Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you advice and tips on how to smash your university interviews and secure those offers. This video is tailored to people that are applying for pharmacy, but if you are applying for any healthcare line courses or medicine line courses, you'll find some value in this video. So let's get into it. Now that you've received your interview invite, there's a few things that you might want to do. You want to review your personal statement. Why do you want to do the degree that you've applied to do? And also the experiences that you've detailed in your personal statement. What about those experiences have shaped you, and what skills have you gained from those experiences that are going to help you in your university, whilst you're studying your degree, and afterwards when you qualify and graduate. Well, graduate and qualify. Yeah, you want to review your basic chemistry and maths. For pharmacy, they gave us a short test that tested both basic chemistry, basic biology, and basic maths. It's nothing too scary, so don't worry too much about it. Next thing to do is research what it actually means being a pharmacist. Pharmacy goes way beyond seeing patients and dispensing medicine, and they really want to see that you understand that. Having knowledge of the professional standards of a pharmacist can be very helpful to you. Like how the NHS has its 6 C's, we have our pharmacy standards as well. Not saying that you need to know them, but having an idea of what they are can help you formulate an interesting answer when somebody asks you, why do you want to be a pharmacist? Or what is a pharmacist? What does it mean to be a pharmacist? Next, you want to research a university. Why do you actually want to go to that particular institution? Hopefully you would have looked at the university and researched it before you applied to it, but I know sometimes it's just a glance of, okay, these are the unis that offer my course, I'm just going to apply to them. But you want to really look at the details and specifics of the course and how it's delivered. Now that you've reviewed and you've researched, you want to now plan and prepare. The first thing you want to do is note the date, time, and location of your video interview. Most likely it will be on Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or Google Hangouts. So noting which application you have to use can be very helpful so you don't get confused. You also want to make sure you have the link or code to the meeting very accessible. I'd recommend putting it on a post-it note and then attaching that to your desktop so it's easily accessible, and on the day you don't have to faff around finding the email that contained the link. Then you want to have the interview organizer's details. You want to have these details because it's actually super important. This is the person that's organized the interview, and this is the person to contact if you encounter any issues or any bumps in the road prior to the interview, during the interview, etc. And then we have clothes. Just because it's a video interview does not mean you don't have to dress professionally. Always dress professionally, at least from the waist up. You want to make sure that you present yourself well. Pharmacy is a professional degree, so they are judging you on professionalism straight from the get-go. Now think about setting up the video call itself. You want to make sure your background's clean and tidy. You do not want your laundry in the bag, your bed in the bag unmade. You want to make sure the room is clean and tidy and the background's plain. You want the interviewer to focus on you and not what's going on in your background. Having a blurred background filter can also be very helpful because, again, it just makes sure the person that you're interviewing is focused on you and what you're saying. So then you want to conduct a test call, maybe with a friend or a parent, using the application they're using for your video interview. You want to test out the audio, the video quality, as well as how good the internet connection is. If you need better audio, maybe you can use headphones. They have nothing against that. You want to make sure that your camera is at eye level, not below you or not above you. You want to make sure it's eye level so that it looks like you're looking directly at the person. Having a camera at eye level will be the most professional and flattering angle for you, so stack books if you have to. Now I want to talk about engagement tips. You want to relax. During this interview, they're not trying to trip you out, they're not trying to catch you out like, oh, you didn't know that. They want to get to know you beyond your personal statement, and that's why they've invited you to the interview. So relax, don't be afraid to express yourself, move your hands. If you're an expressive person and you talk with your hands, don't be afraid to talk with your hands. Just be you. Then you want to remember to smile. Smile when you speak. It just makes you look more passionate, more engaged, and actually happy. You smile, the interviewer will smile back, and smiles are like the most contagious thing in the world. So smiling, again, can only add to your interview, can't take anything away, unless you're smiling in an ethical scenario about something inappropriate to smile about, if that makes sense. Then eye contact. Eye contact is a lot more difficult again because it is going to be a video call. The big tip is to glance into the camera every once in a while. When you're on your video call, you'll be looking at the screen in which the interviewer is sat at. But again, if I was looking at my screen, I'm not looking at the person. So it looks like I'm disengaged with the interviewer, even though I'm looking at them. So what I recommend is glance at the camera once in a while. Just make sure that they know you're engaged and you're listening to them. Because again, body language is a lot harder to express and show over the phone. Over video? Yeah. And my last but most important tip to any interview, whether it is studying pharmacy or any other degree, is to ask your own questions. You need to have a list of questions prepared. Whether it's questions that are about the course, about them as a person, just ask a question. Even, oh, when should I expect to reply? It's just shows that you've been listening or in that you're interested in it yourself. Interviewers can usually tell when someone's doing the degree for somebody else. Like being from an African household, I was pressured to do things like medicine and dentistry and things, but I chose pharmacy because I truly liked pharmacy, and you want to show them that, not that you're just being pressured into doing the degree. As well as on pharmacy, they get a lot of students that just apply to pharmacy because they didn't get into medicine, or that's their insurance if they don't get into medicine. Regardless of the case, you want to at least show enthusiasm and passion for the course that you're applying to. This is the most important tip, and you can show that by asking questions related to the course and related to the degree. Okay, so these are my tips for acing your interviews and just getting all the offers. For every interview that I went to for pharmacy, I got an offer. Because I was so great in my interviews, the second time I applied for pharmacy, I didn't have to interview again. The interview process is a very important stage in any application. You want to shine, you want to show them who you are, and you want to make sure they remember who you are. Last but not least, good luck on your interview. Until next time, bye.